Hello, it's Jay here again and welcome to another tutorial. So in this lesson we're going to put the project or begin to put the project back together. So this is just going to be a very short video, and I know we've done this before but I think it's good practice to go through again. As you can see, I've imported the UI buttons pack from the Unity Asset Store. This is a free pack. I've created my own GUI, so I've obviously imported that in, and I've also imported the environment from my previous project. So let's go ahead, and in fact first thing we'll do is come to assets. We'll create a new folder for our scenes and let's begin to put this together. So we'll put the main menu script onto the main camera just as before. We'll assign the background. I'm just using a black one. A title I've created, and I've also created a GUI skin for the title. So as you can see in mine, I've got the title button background, which is this one. So just a black box with a white outline. Let's come back here. Hover, which is red. So, I've also got the active, which is blue. So you can go ahead and create any ones you like for your project. I'm just going to assign the skin. That's all we need to change. This is going to be altered once the actual game begins. So let's go ahead. Oh, and I can also see I've missed something. So let's open up the main menu script, and we have two public variables that should not be there, which are these two here, the main menu button width and height. They are left over from before the overhaul. Let's delete those because now the size is determined from the game manager. So just save that off. There we go, they're gone. Let's just assign some sound effects for the buttons. I'm just going to use whichever. I'll go through these off camera and decide which ones I want to use for the actual project. I'm just assigning them quickly, just so obviously you don't want to sit there and wait for me to listen to every single one and decide which ones I want. So let's come to save scenes as. We'll come inside the scenes folder, main_menu, save that off, new scene. We'll just save this off as well, game_world, because that's what we changed the naming convention to in the script. So save that off. I will need to import the environment prefab. Just reset the position. I'll also come to rendering, so window, rendering light settings. I'm going to untick auto generate. And I'm just going to turn off real time and mixed lighting for now. Let's just close that off. So I will need to re-import my skybox and everything, but I'll do that again off camera. This is all about testing the new main menu and checking to make sure it's loading into the scene. So let's just save this scene off. And we're going to come to build settings, obviously, and we're going to add the main menu, game world scenes. Make sure main menu is first. Come back to the main menu scene, and a little word of note before I hit play: the GUI may not appear right in this scene to begin with. Now that's not a problem, and I will show you why. But let's hit play. So as you can see, things look quite odd, but if we hit maximize, as you can see now, once we maximize, everything looks as it should. And that's because the placement, the sizing, is now determined by resolution, not by this little inspector window. So let's try hovering over the buttons. In fact, let's maximize. And as you can see, my on hover colour of red has been applied. And that's the hover sound effect. Now, I did put a different sound effect for when we actually click a button. So what I'm going to do now is hover over start, and then I'm going to click it so you can hear both different sound effects. So you can hear the hover one and the actual active one, and then we'll see if we load into the scene. So hopefully you hear both sound effects. Loading level 90%, we've loaded into the scene. We cannot do anything at the moment because it's just the environment itself. I haven't imported anything else as of yet, but I will do. But everything is actually working as it should. So again, let's just hit play, maximize, and I'm just going to do the same thing again. See if you can hear both distinct sound effects. So hopefully you hear that okay. And we're just going to leave it here for this video. We're not going to do a lot. I just wanted to compile everything together that we've overhauled up till now, and we'll pick this up in the very next lesson. So as always, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I hope to see you next time, and until then, as always, bye for now.